Hey everybody, welcome to a, tentatively titled thing called Playing Video Games with Comedians who are doing a show at the Acme Comedy Club that happens to be downstairs from our office.
I'm not making the graphic for that.
Okay.
Noted.
Sorry, Wade, to give you all that work. I apologize.
I think it needs to be a few more words.
You want it to be
like
longer?
little punchier, a little
You could tighten
more
it up.
punchy words.
Well, we'll talk about it more.
Yeah.
So it's me, Kyle Hilliard, Ben Reeves, who everyone Game Inform's familiar, and we have Jackie Kashian. Kashian?
Just Kashian, like vacation, but
okay.
no vague.
Oh.
All right.
Sure, Jackie
and then,
like Kennedy.
And then Wade Wojcik he'll jump in every now and then.
Wade
That's what he
Wojcik.
does.
Do I have to?
Yeah, you don't know if you want to. But so Jackie, you might know from At Midnight. She has a podcast called The Dork Forest.
Sure.
And you tell jokes on stage a lot, so I'm sure people...
Right, I
might
talk
know.
out of my joke hole on Conan, and I have a new special out called This Will Make an Excellent Horcrux.
Oh, so a Harry Potter reference in there?
It will make an excellent Horcrux because my soul is in it.
So, important question. Is it in the industry, do you guys call it the joke hole? Is that what you guys call
That's
it?
what I've taken to calling it that. I've taken to calling it that, and that's an inside your head voice.
Okay,
Those are two
okay.
things that those are mine. Trademark Jackie Kashian.
Okay, and we're playing, let's see, Floigan Brothers is what
Dreamcast.
It's a Dreamcast game, Floigan Brothers. This is episode 1.
Of only one.
Episode 1 of 1. And the reason we're playing it is because Jackie's husband,
Andy Ashcraft.
was the
Giants.
project lead on this game.
Yeah.
So,
It was
cool.
He's been doing the making video games forever. He was psyched that I was coming to Game Informer. He was like, if I remember correctly, they did a nice review of Floigan Brothers.
Oh, did it?
Back in the
Okay.
12th century when that thing came out.
We'll have to go look that up because I don't remember
yeah,
this
well,
game
maybe,
at all.
yeah. Let's see. So I
It looks
haven't.
cool. I like the art style.
Yeah, it's like
The
an
exaggerated-
old school, like cartoony kind of.
Yeah, it feels a little Roger Rabbit-y.
Yeah,
Kinda.
it totally
Yeah.
does.
What do I do? Has anyone been paying attention?
Without real people.
You're supposed
so
to
go
find
to
the
left
sugar
there.
bowl.
There's
Okay.
sugar right there to the right.
To your right. Yep.
Right there. There's sugar.
Up.
You want
up.
that?
Oh, there we go.
How
okay.
do you grab it, though? Hand me that sugar bowl.
Grab.
You got it. Drop.
Offer. There we go. So you haven't played this, or you did, but a long time ago. You said.
Yeah,
Jackie?
because I believe this game. Hand me the box.
Yeah, here you go.
What is this from? Like 95?
I don't know.
It's-
What era was that Dreamcast era? Do you know, Ben Reeves?
The Dreamcast era.
Yeah.
The
It
era
was
of
the
Dreamcast.
late '90s. I think it came out in '99, and then.
Oh, yeah, 'cause it was 99.99, right?
And
Yeah.
then the
Oh, yeah.
early 2000s.
2001.
But it only lasted like 3 years or something.
Yeah.
This is pre 9/11, guys. Pre 9/11 video game.
Kyle, it looks
Simpler
like
time.
it looks like we gave it an 8.25.
Oh, cool. Thanks
Really?
for looking that up.
Wow.
Wade. Oh,
Is that
wow.
on the internet, Wade?
It's on GameRankings.com. I don't think it's on our site anymore.
Okay. Well, that's pretty. That's a good score.
That's a good score.
Yeah.
That is a good score.
Butter here.
Roast maple.
All right, so you want the butter, not the chicken.
Oh, I just had to point it out to him. Yeah. What is this game? Like, I don't even know what's happening. It's like platformer or something.
It should be. It's task oriented.
Is that how butter works?
That's how butter works. These are going to be chocolate chip cookies. We should probably add some chocolate. Can you get the chocolate for me, Morgul? I think the tutorial is entirely showing you how to grab things and hand things to
Okay.
people.
Yeah.
And there is a bad guy.
Okay.
And there's a
Diabetes?
garbage. And
Diabetes.
diabetes is the real problem.
Yeah.
And
And then, so there's like a story narrative.
yeah, there's a story. There's a bad guy. There's a junkyard, and there's you whip things and
Well, you're
you
just
dodge
listing things that are in every story. Bad guys, good guys,
right.
junkyard,
It turns out
Dogs.
dogs.
Well, it sounds like this game has it all.
this game does have it all. There's a task, and
Ugh.
we could have played Stretch Panic, but you guys
we
wanted
didn't
to
have
see
it in
this.
the vault. Yeah.
You couldn't
I
find
didn't
Stretch
see
Panic.
it. Yeah.
Stretch Panic is that weirdo PS2 game. PS3.
It's super weird.
only
It's
this-
PS2, yeah.
If only this game had a bunch of chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, he's on the
Oh my
dizzy
gosh,
pad.
it does.
It does. He's on the dizzy pad.
All right, so you got to
Give
launch
me that
him up
chocolate.
there.
Oh, he's got a.
I'm pressing all the buttons.
You doing all the things? You doing the triggers?
Yep,
You
doing
go
the
up
triggers.
there.
Can I walk up here? Can I
Yeah,
try?
walk up that thing and jump onto him.
Oh my gosh, this is
This totally reminds me of 2001 backseat video game playing. It's classic.
Yeah, that's still a thing today, even. I do that
Oh,
with
yeah.
Kyle all the
Give me
time.
that.
I watched my nephew play Fallout 3, and I was like, no, go
Well,
wait.
it's interesting because, like, I remember, as like you're saying, as a kid playing games or watching my friends play games, and that was a pastime.
Yeah,
And now it's interesting as we've grown older, as the industry's matured, like YouTube and everybody's watching people play games on YouTube. Just
Right. Those are walkthroughs that you could actually like the Minecraft walkthroughs. I think are the biggest part of Minecraft.
Or just keep watching people, other people.
Yeah.
Kyle, do I have to look up a walkthrough for you?
You may have to. I don't know what to do
maybe
here.
it's in the instructions.
Oh, right.
So what's your
Buried in
history?
Kyle's pants.
What's your history with video games, Jackie? I mean, you said you played like arcade games growing up. and-
Yeah, it was all. Remember, I'm 100 years old, so when I first
You don't
started-
look 100 years old.
I know it's because I'm very immature. It's what I recommend. And what happens is I took a class. I grew up outside of Milwaukee, and there was a class in my gym class called biking and bowling. And I thought it was like polo, right? Where you bowl from the bike, but it was not. It was bike to the bowling alley, bowl, bike back to school. And we were not bowlers, even though we're from Milwaukee. We were not bowlers. So I spent most of my time at the bowling alley playing video games. And this is the time of Galaga and Gorf
Okay.
and Pac-Man.
Oh, did you figure it out, Ben?
Well, I found something called using dizzy pads.
Yeah.
What do I do?
See, I'm curious about your story though when we're done here.
Yeah.
Dizzy pads can be very useful. For instance, when in the kitchen to get chocolate. Hoagie should get Mogi to stand on the dizzy pad, then Hogel, is it Hogel?
Hoigel.
Hoigel.
Hoigel and Moigel.
I'm Hoigel.
Hoigel should run around and around Moigel.
Oh, making him dizzy.
Yeah.
And then he'll fall over. There you go.
Oh, now you can jump on him?
Now you can... Done!
Can you tell Andy that wasn't?
That
was
wasn't
kinda hard to
figure
figure
intuitive.
it out.
That was
Yeah.
not
Not
intuitive.
Let him know.
super
I mean, he
intuitive.
could probably patch this game, right?
Right, you can
Yeah.
fix this up at this time. Grab.
Okay.
Moigel wants those chocolate chips.
There you go, bud.
There you go.
Okay, so you had a class where you biked to the bowling alley, and what?
Yeah.
You get graded in that?
What was this
how does
class
that
called
work?
again?
Biking and bowling. It's just called biking and bowling. You had to have your own bike.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
That was
Did
that
you have
was
to have
part
your
of-
own bowling too?
You
So-
did not. You could get bowling shoes and the bowling thing. Here's the thing. So they had all the games, right?
Oh, that's not how you make cookies.
That's how you make cookies with a jackhammer. Moigel knows things. Floigan. Come on.
Oh,
So
that's
it
gonna be
was
one
like
giant cookie.
it was
One
the
giant cookie.
It was like the bowling alley arcade. is
Yeah,
what
it was
okay.
bowling alley arcade.
Gotcha.
And then
okay.
I went to college. The Donkey Kong, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Did you play bowling in college?
I didn't take bowling in college. I knew better. I knew I would never pass.
I'm actually curious about this class. Was this like, did they even have teachers at the bowling alley to check and see if you were bowling?
yeah, the gym teacher. The
Okay.
gym teacher biked with us.
But
Weirdly.
somehow you got away with just playing games?
Well, I would bowl and then I would play games. I got a B. You know how sad you gotta be to get a B in bowling?
Wow.
B and
high
bike
school
and
Playing
bowling.
games instead of bowling.
Yeah, because I got to
gosh.
play games. And then I went to college, and for the first time in my life, I got student loans. I had more money than I had ever had in my life. Because seriously, for biking and bowling, I had to borrow a bike.
Yeah, and you don't have to
That's
pay
how
those.
poor I
You
was.
don't have to pay those back either.
No, the student loans, no. You could just die. That's
That's the way out of it.
That's the only way you can get out of that. Here's my recommendation, by the way, with student loans. Put them all on your credit cards and default on the credit cards.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that is smart. Because you can go
I
bankrupt.
come from bad people. Yeah, I come from people who are constantly looking for a way out.
Maybe we should call this financial advice from Jackie
This
Kashian.
is. I got another one. Never say no without a number. This is my dad. My dad actually. I turned down a gig, and he
Okay.
goes, "You just turned it down? What was the first thing I taught you?" And I said, "Pick up other people's change." And he got mad. He said, "I have never ever." Anyway, so he said, "I never say no without a number," and I vaguely remember that from my Ute. And
You missed the H on that. On
the
there.
Ute,
Oh, okay.
because I was a Ute. I was a troubled. I was a troubled Ute.
Yeah.
I was not a Native American from Utah. I was a troubled Ute. Okay. And,
Oh, from Yugoslavia.
from Yugoslavia. That's where all the young people are
Right.
in Eastern Europe.
No, you didn't make a pound cake. Well, okay, so what does say no
Yeah.
without a number mean?
It says never say no. Say I'd love to do that. I'm going to need $11,000.
Oh, okay. So you
Okay.
just
And
give him
then-
a really ridiculous number.
Yeah, he said, but always pick a number that you're willing to do it for, because eventually someone will go, okay, $11,000. And that I did not make $11,000. I did not pick. I should have picked $11,000 because I ended up going to Montana for a terrible gig. It wasn't. It could have been
Why
the
is he
worst.
angry with you?
He's angry and he's just batted Moigel up to the offer Morgul an apple. When he
Oh,
is
that'll
hungry.
appease him. Whenever my brother's angry with me, I'm just like, here, take this apple.
Here, take this apple.
Whenever he
Here's
calls
some
you in
fruit.
I'm sorry that we keep interrupting your stories, by the way, Jackie. We're just sort of like fascinated
Well, this
by
game is
what is
fast
happening.
because what we're doing is we're just going through the tutorial, right?
Yeah,
Which is funny
yeah.
because I just got that Simpsons tapped out thing, and the tutorial is almost
Oh, sure.
equally as long. This is the longest tutorial in the world.
Yeah, it's like the era when all games had tutorials, and they always took forever, and it was kind of like one of those things where if you were an experienced gamer and you already knew how to jump, the game would teach you how to jump.
Forever.
And, yeah, and you're just like, I know how to move the controller around. Like,
Right.
So you just skip the tutorials, but then there'd always be like one or two things at the end of the tutorial that you would miss.
Oh, it's
And
like
so,
a book
you-
on tape.
yeah,
You
you'd
can't
get-
skim.
You'd get halfway through the game and you wouldn't know about this certain mechanic because
Yep.
it was in the tutorial you skipped.
The
So-
craziest thing about being married to a game designer is that everything is a game to him. Everything is a game mechanic. Everything can be fixed with game mechanics.
Sure.
He was in jury duty. I got a text message from him. Not even kidding. All the text message said from jury duty was, "This game is broken."
This game, dirty.
The-
like the government, like
Yeah.
the judicial system.
The choosing of juries is broken. And then that just months later, he went to his very first strip club. He had never been to a strip club. Every other bachelor party he had been to had been a board game bachelor party.
Okay.
And not shitty board games, good ones, right?
Oh, okay.
You know, good ones.
More like exciting
Settlers
games.
and Ticket to Ride. I mean, good board games.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
but so I get a text saying, "Hey, I'm in time for the bachelor party. I'm gonna go look at boobs." And I was like, "You do that. Come home to mine. Knock yourself out." Because I have been hanging out.
Knock yourself out.
Knock yourself out.
Well, I mean, I have been hanging out with dirtbags for 30 years, so I've been to many strip joints. So he goes, and I get a text from him an hour later from the strip joint. He said, "What is this game?" From the strip club.
Sure,
and I was
sure.
like, "This is not a game. This
Well, they
is."
want money, so they're trying to entice you into it, right?
It was very funny because he said there's a lot of in-game purchasing going on.
yeah.
There's a lot of in-game purchasing during the strip
I was like,
club.
"This
That's
is not a
hilarious.
freemium."
Nope.
It's like there's an
Definitely not.
AI, there's a UI, there's a lot of bots wandering around to tell you to keep your hands and feet in the ride, and pull that lever.
That's pretty great.
That's an interesting comparison.
You know,
Yeah.
Treating
it's
life as a game.
It's funny when we pulled this game out of the vault and it says episode 1 on it.
Yeah.
I joked that it's like, oh, your husband was really on top of the sort of episodic
Oh, right.
thing, which is like really popular now. But like there was I'm having like a conversation by pressing like buttons and choosing commands, and then I just did like a mini game with like high fives. Like it really is kind of this sort of weird Telltale-esque kind of like thing so far.
Right. It is. It uses all the different game mechanics that are super common now.
He's way
but
ahead
at
of the
the
game.
time, you had to learn how to do all this nonsense.
There we go.
Choo choo.
He doesn't know how to play the video game industry game.
Right. That is also. We are at the same level, by the way, comedy and video game design, where we both are like, "Oh, let's just run it up the flagpole and see if anybody gives a shit."
Let's just keep doing this until somebody tells me no.
Until somebody, and it's already a win to have gotten to do it, right?
Yeah.
So it is a good.
Pretty soon you've created a top 10 list for horses.
There we go.
Weird joke.
That is a weird joke. I didn't get it. I laughed
was an-
politely,
it
but
was
I
an
didn't
in joke.
understand. How in was
It
it?
wasn't good.
Reeves, I think you were referencing a list that you made at one time for the
A list
website
for
or
the
something.
website that's just like
okay.
It was referencing like, oh, okay, you're gonna keep doing this thing until you've created the most stupid thing you've ever written
Which is
for-
a list of top 10
Yeah,
horses.
which for me is a list of top 10 horses.
Oh, nice. What was number 3?
Number 3 specifically.
The
might have been
Palomino?
the horse from Darksiders. I'm just guessing here.
Oh,
Or,
the
horse
best,
horse.
the best horses in video games.
In video games.
Oh, no,
that
just
had to be
general
Shadow.
horses. Just like
I
horses.
just thought I was like, oh, that guy really likes horses.
Oh, I love them.
Thank God you've
I'm a
completed
main
your
fan.
training.
Okay, so maybe we should check out a little bit of the main game, and then we did grab another game that I think we're
We
going to check
did.
out in a minute
And
here.
If we
did you-
want. This
was
one- I
Shadow
like
of
this one.
Colossus horses?
That was on there.
That was
Yeah,
on
I
there.
think- Aggro's
That might have
important.
been the second one. I'm pretty
'Cause
sure I put Epona.
that's a hell of a horse. The graphics on that were amazing.
Yeah, it's a fun horse.
So this
I
is-
put Epona on the first number 1.
From Ocarina.
yeah,
talking
from
to-
Zelda.
He's talking to mice. Cheese it. Here he comes.
Something you don't know. I know something you don't know. Well, Natch, you're a genius. You know a lot of things.
So I guess this is the main game now.
This is the main game.
So that wasn't even like the game.
Right, that
we
was
just
the-
made cookies and rode a train around.
Yeah.
Yeah, why were you riding a train around?
What did you
bad.
learn how to do?
I started to miss the flow of the story.
Yeah, what did you learn how to do when you...
I know how to talk to people. I know that I need to run around dude when he's standing on the spinny thing.
Right. You know how to throw a lever.
I know how to throw a lever. I know how to do high fives now.
You know how to grab.
I know how to grab.
And you know how to offer.
And I know how to offer, yes.
Do you want to help me?
So I guess this is kind of like a puzzle game more than anything else, I suppose, right?
Wait, that's what it is.
A puzzle game?
Yeah, I think it's a puzzle game.
Okay.
What's that word? Puzzle.
Puzzle, is that the word I was thinking of? It has been quite a few years since I've played
Well,
it.
I
It's
imagine it's like an adventure game in some way, right? Where you're collecting items and then trying to environmental puzzles, kind of.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I gotta pick up stuff and give them to my big brother.
I'm just guessing.
That's my little
Let's see what the back of the box says.
to Rodin.
Morgul needs Hoigle's help to find 7 parts to finish his secret project. Watch out when Morgul's mood changes. There might be something new to do.
Uh-oh.
Oh, like give him an apple before he
Oh, that's
balls you
right.
up and hits you with a...
Oh, that's right, because he punched you,
Right.
and that's how you like got up there to get the apple.
Oh, I can point to things? Look at that bird,
Wanna
guys.
chase magpies? Oh, yeah, you could bother the magpies and they get mad. Eat this.
I want to get to the mailbox.
Point, I can
Huh.
speak. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
This is an interesting game.
Yeah, this is also 2001 was a time when the games were harder because they were real gamers,
Hey, Morgul, we stand
right?
on that?
I mean, it wasn't just casual gaming as
Yeah.
much. Because now, everything has the skin of Bejeweled on it. And then...
Well, not if you're playing on consoles.
No, consoles, of course, much different.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're doing mobile, yeah, everything kind of has a lot of the same stuff.
What you doing?
Let's see.
Come on, stand
Go
up.
there. I want to run around you.
On that, I'll make you dizzy.
This is a good thing? He's like on board with that?
Okay.
That's like an incentive
What's,
thing?
you could punch
You know
him.
what? Kids are really into being dizzy.
Kids are into being dizzy.
Yeah.
And ka-chunk.
Okay.
I mean,
Boing.
it's like they're
Ooh,
alcohol or
jeez.
something.
I don't know where the mice are.
Oh, I want to jump on him again.
Oh.
Keep
Keep going.
Let's do it one more time.
One
Wanna
more
get-
time.
No.
One more... Oh,
All right. We're going to do
Kyle,
something
you
else.
blew it.
Let's see.
there's a box.
Can-
punch the box.
Oh, maybe he can pick it up.
It says, get Morgul sad is a way to open that.
Oh, I can insult him.
Boy, now, Morgul.
It's true. Let's see.
Insult?
Oh, insult. There we go.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, Morgul, your cornbread ain't cooked in the middle.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
that is insulting.
That
Is this an M-rated game?
This is an emerald.
I think we're gonna have to beep that out.
I guess that he didn't really.
Insult him again.
Help me get to the mill.
Yeah, I'll help you with this.
Morgul's head is like an egg, soft boiled.
Boom. Boom, Morgul.
Did you help come up with any of these insults?
I think he did some of the writing.
Yeah.
Well, what's it?
But
Was he
did-
working on this before you guys were married?
was
or?
he-
Yeah,
Just
this
get
is,
this
we I met him in 2003.
Oh, okay.
So he pulled
And you-
this out of the vault. He's like,
In the middle.
here's a game that I worked. He showed me this. He showed me Stretch Panic, which is where the ladies' boobs turn into, they flatten out and they
Yeah,
turn into
that's a weird
helicopters,
game.
bring you
Yeah,
back up.
yeah.
You got to pull their ponytail.
A lot of
That's the only way.
classics.
He just showed you all the
He
classics.
showed me
You
the
were like,
classics. He's like, here's another weirdo game. And then I was like, let's keep dating.
Let's keep it.
And he was like, "Marry me." You're like,
Okay.
"Well, you almost had him. Maybe you." Yeah, point to the thing now.
Oh, yeah, I did open it. Okay. Come here.
Come here.
No thanks.
What?
I went through all that effort of insulting your cornbread and talking about the shape of your head for nothing?
Can you punch him in the butt?
Punch him in the butt. Butt punch. Ooh.
Now he's gonna get angry. Actually, probably. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, better
look
get
at
out
that
of there,
cloud.
Kyle.
Oh,
You better
jeez.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, you are being mauled.
He's stepping on my foot.
And I'm
Well, I got
Oh,
over that
now
pretty
he's no longer
quickly.
mad.
There you go.
Okay. So you can change his emotions to get into these different boxes and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's part of it.
It's weird that the box just disappears.
Oh, there's your mice. Look in here.
Oh, where'd they go?
Up high. Go up the ladder.
Yeah, go up there.
Ugh.
They're like hint mice.
Mice.
They are hint mice.
Fine. There we go.
Red, red, red. Good chunk. Hit that lever.
Punch.
Nice.
So the back of the box says, "Large and lovable, Morgul has a secret project that will keep the greedy Baron." I don't know how you say
There's
this.
a mailbox.
Malodorous.
Yeah, that's it.
Malodorous and his gang of mercenary cats from taking over the Floigan junkyard.
Oh, okay. So that's the
it.
story.
Unfortunately, Morgul has lost the parts he needs to complete the project,
He found
so he
something.
must enlist the help of his quick-witted older brother, Morgul. Together, the Floigan brothers play games and solve puzzles, all while defending their family turf.
There's that word again. Puzzle. It's a puzzle game, you guys.
Yeah, you weren't lying.
I wasn't.
What'd you do, Kyle?
I
Led him to the mailbox.
Yeah,
and then he
he's-
did the rest of it.
he's building something now.
Like Frankenstein building it. The graphics on this are adorable.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
And it's nice because just think how crummy they were on a shitty 2001 television.
I know, right? Well, actually, sometimes moving to like an HD TV
Yeah.
will make it look worse.
This one goes.
Yeah, this one works. This one looks pretty good though because it's nice and colorful. So what do you guys think? You want to move on to our next game? I think we got a
See the
pretty good
next
look
game?
at
Yeah,
this.
let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, so we're back. We're playing. This is what Mortal Kombat versus DC, which isn't too old. It came
Yeah,
out
hand me that.
like 5 years ago, 3 or 4
Yeah,
years ago.
it was
something like
probably
that.
it was closer to 5 probably because I learned it in Iraq.
Yeah, you said
when I
you had a
was-
little bit of a story about like how you were introduced to this game, right?
Yeah, I was playing with the Flash is pretty awesome. And yet
I'll be Spider-Man.
I'm gonna
here.
be Katana.
Spider-Man's in this?
Yeah, because it's DC Universe.
Well, no, yeah,
no.
what? Ben,
You're being all
you
tricksy.
guys.
It's yeah. So I was we were going to these forward operating bases and these JSS things in Iraq.
because you were doing a show in Iraq.
I was doing
right?
our Armed Forces Entertainment.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And so we'd drive in these MRAPs and we'd get to these tiny bases and they were just they'd spend most of their time just super bored.
Oh, Jackie has an interesting
There we
way
go.
of playing this game. She uses her thumb and forefinger on the left control stick. That's interesting. Did you learn that overseas? Is that what you taught you?
Yeah, I learned that in the service.
I don't know any
So-
combos or anything.
You know, do you know how to kick my ass without it? And turns out,
Oh, I was trying to grab you.
Jackie now has the controller on the table and she's using.
that's it.
She's got all her fingers doing the
it's
face
total
button.
button mash.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's Mortal Kombat. Why wouldn't it be?
She's tying my hands behind my back. She's now got a knife to my throat.
In real time.
Ben's now bleeding.
There we go.
profusely.
I'm playing Katana, and she's got these awesome. If you're gonna play Katana, you got to figure out how to do her how to do the fans, right? I mean, whoa, there we go.
There you go. You did something
Whoa,
there.
totally.
Oh, I don't know why you didn't die
well,
right there.
Me too, because do you know what he has? He has a gun. Uh-oh, you raged out. This is such a good game.
Oh,
Oh, so Jackie, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
I meant to ask you right away after we started, and then I kind of forgot. But I want to know more about you being on At Midnight.
Oh, right, because it's a fun game.
I like that show. It's a good show.
Yeah.
But how much? Do you guys pre-write all those jokes, or is it all improv?
Well, here's what you got. You got an out. What happens is you show up. They record for probably 45 minutes to an hour. And what happens is, whoa, you are out of hand. You're deathstroking the heck out of
keep
me.
talking to her, Kyle.
I know.
Keep distracting her.
I'm trying to uncover network secrets about Comedy Central and At Midnight.
Here's the thing: you get an hour to write topics, right? And,
Oh, like before the show starts?
Before the show starts.
Okay.
And they have a writing staff. You will notice when you watch the program is that there's a writing staff. Oh,
In the credits.
in the credits.
Or
Yes,
just,
you
or
will
is that
notice
the audience? Is that the writing staff?
And that,
Just
well,
laughing at their own jokes in the audience.
it's Blaine Capatch and his band of merry men.
Oh, okay.
No doubt. And many, there's probably six people.
Sure.
And so Tess Rafferty, Blaine Capatch, bunch of comics, right? And so, do you want to try?
Yeah, I'll play. You tell me
You
about
play
it.
and then I'll tell you about it at midnight. And you're given like an hour to
We got to do it.
Oh yeah, we got it.
Oh yeah, you got to do Batman Joker.
So you have an hour to write before you guys start recording?
Right before you start recording, and the writers are with you, and they're like, here's some jokes, but the thing is everybody's a comic, and you're like, well, I want to do my own jokes. I want to do your jokes, and but sometimes their jokes are better than yours, and it nice.
Did it on
Well done,
purpose.
Cal.
Did that on purpose?
I've played this game lots.
Oh,
Have you really?
No.
Oh, get out of there!
I like that move. I'm going to keep doing that.
it's a heck of a move.
I don't understand.
Drop off your Joker bomb.
But do you get to see? Do you like see the videos beforehand, or is it
No.
a lot of it's a surprise?
Yeah, most of the videos, and then there's always like 2 things that you don't know what the hell.
Oh, okay.
And but there's a couple of, and they tape for an hour, and they cut it down to 22 minutes, which is why the points never line up.
Yeah, I do. I noticed that. It's like, hey, how
Yeah.
come all of a sudden he has way more points than everybody
Well-
else? What's going on here? And then I
Well-
take to Twitter and try to get some answers.
And then the other thing you realize is that nobody wins jack.
Nobody wins anything.
That's why they don't have to follow the rules of game shows.
That's right.
Because there's no actual
The
money
points don't
involved.
matter,
You
right,
just get after base pay, and which is why I want to do it every day. Because who doesn't need $450? Everyone needs $450.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice battering. Nice.
Where's my bombs?
Yeah, you gotta get your bombs back. And so I did, and then when I did Conan, the fun thing about that is that there's 2 Teamsters who move the curtains for you.
Okay.
And I had never done late night like stand up on.
When did you do that? Was that kind of recently?
No, it was a year ago, February.
Okay.
Hopefully
So that
I'll
was
do
like
it again this
newer
February.
Conan show.
Yeah, the TBS Conan.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because you can almost
Oh,
do like the stuff is edgier than like I had just auditioned for Fallon, and he's goofy. He doesn't want to hear any like edgy jokes because he's a goof, right?
You didn't have like a bunch of video game jokes like in your pocket for Fallon?
I could have gone back to the vault to my Final Fantasy Legend joke from 2003.
Oh, okay. I know you don't want to be put on the spot to do some stand-up. That's like the worst, but I'm still going to ask you to do it. Can I hear your Final Fantasy Legends joke?
Oh, you don't? I had a half-hour special on Comedy Central in 2003. Comedy Central, if you're listening, I have another 22 minutes. You could give me another special. That'd be great. Anyway, it's been 15
They
years
watch
or
the show.
whatever.
They watch our
listen
Game
to
Informer.
Of course they do. And so, the final it was how much I loved video games, and it was how the worse the premise of a video game, the more fun the video game. If there were a video game where you stab babies in their sleep, it would be horrible. But I would be in my room going, right? So, but the worst video game, the funnest video game I'd ever played up till that moment was Final Fantasy Legend 2 for Game Boy. And the premise is you and your group of you'd get a group together, and you'd fight everything until you met God, and then you would kill God. And it was the worst premise ever. And it took me 8 months to beat that game. And it was the best $65 I had ever spent in my life. And I stood in front of God for a month, switching weapons, switching guys, trying to kill him, and I couldn't do it. And this was in 1999, 2000, and I gave up.
89 to 2000?
No, 99
Over a
to
decade?
2000.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, sure, sarcasm, man. That's,
How'd you know my middle name?
and I called the Nintendo game counselors. Did you know that was a thing?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
The phone number, yeah.
By the way, not free.
Oh,
$2.99 a minute to talk to Eric, who's about 12.
You got to go on at midnight a lot and get
like
Nintendo
12.
hotline money.
He's like 12 years old, and he's like, well, do you have a mutant in your party? And I'm like, do I sound like a moron, Eric? Yes, I have a mutant in my party. And if you learn, and I told people, I said, if you learn nothing from my comedy, if you are offered a mutant, take a mutant. It'll morph, and it'll have powers you can't even imagine. And this joke is 15 years old, and it's funny to me that I can even remember it. But it was that's how powerful Final Fantasy Legend 2 was.
Like I said, I know that you don't want to be put on the spot to do like a bit, but if you have a Final Fantasy Legends 2
Oh,
joke,
yeah.
you gotta hear it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of stand-ups have Final Fantasy Legends jokes.
Well, what's funny about that is
Really
I meet more
underexplored.
27-year-old guys who are like, dude, you changed my life when I was 14. You changed. It was the first time anyone had ever done a joke about a video game on television.
Changed their life.
I changed your life.
It
On
is very-
TV, though.
I see it a lot more now, but I remember like even in, I think it was like 2010, I think I went and saw like Aziz Ansari, and he had a joke about Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And I remember just like looking around like, you guys, he's talking about Ocarina of Time.
Right.
And people are laughing. We're all together on this.
Right.
It's not just me. You
Right.
know?
But right now, I'm getting no love for my Dune joke, and yet a classic. A classic. Who hasn't read Dune? Come on.
Kyle, what was that joke?
Oh,
Aziz Ansari joke?
Yeah.
Ocarina?
Come on, you can't ask somebody to do a joke on the spot, Wade.
You just did.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
I know.
That's a joke. I actually don't
guys
remember the full joke.
Or Sonya catwooming the hell out of each other. Nice work.
Oh,
You were evenly matched. Finisher. If you knew any finishing moves, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that was
shoved
my shove her. What's going on with that shirt there? That's
There's some
little risque.
underboob that's available.
Well, I think
I figure if you're gonna dry, here's my thing: is I met more guys. I never realized you could be attracted to cartoon characters until I met more nerds. In the Dork Forest, you will meet nerds who are like, no, of course, I always had a crush on whatever, like Veronica or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And there were no
Betsy Ross.
There were no Betsy.
Or no, wait, who was the redhead from Scooby Doo?
It was right. It wasn't
Not
Velma.
Velma.
It was
The other
it was
one.
the other one.
Yeah.
Daphne.
She left a lasting impression on me.
Sure.
Right. Well, if you think about it, and because, but girls and women never usually have this thing where like I had a huge crush, and I did. I had a crush on an animated guy when I was little. It was Racer X
Oh, yeah.
From
Speed Racer. And
Racer X, wasn't he the bad guy?
He wore a mask.
He did wear a mask. He was the bit of the bad guy.
That's what
but
did it for you, though. The mask.
He was Speed's brother, and he had a heart of gold. He was a bad boy with a heart of gold. Nice. Good chunk. Nice work. Superman versus Sub-Zero.
Oh, jeez.
You know, if you could get Superman to work, he's got like an eyeball thing, and he's got.
Oh, that didn't work out for me at all.
I like
Superman
this
was
thing.
Wow, you pounded the heck out of him.
All right, this is gonna be the last round, and then we're gonna call it a day.
Yeah.
This is great, you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
no
I'm
problem.
glad you're able to come in and talk about video games with us.
Yeah.
And I guess you're around a lot because you got family here. So maybe
Yeah, I got family. I'll do it again. I'm here at least once a year, sometimes more. But if you
Oh, nice.
oh, nice. There you go.
I think there were some cool supers, too. I just don't know how to do them.
I'm
Right.
just headbutting you, man.
The Sub-Zeros you're using more. You know, it'd be funny as if to do a Superman.
Whoa, look at that shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, you
that's
can see a little peck, little sternum.
Just a little bit of peck.
I just really loved repped S's.
Like Death Superman cover, right?
Yeah, I really love it.
Cool.
awesome.
Well, thanks so much for coming by, Jackie.
Thanks for having me, you guys. This has been very fun, and everyone should go out and find a copy of Floigan Brothers and Stretch Panic.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what?
specifically Floigan Brothers, because I'm sure he still makes a couple bucks.
That actually
for every
looks
sale
pretty
of
cool.
That, right?
Like, I'd love to see it resurrected in some way.
yeah.
Yeah. If you go to Giants Dance Games, and it's plural Giants. It's weird. He named his game company after a weird Celtic word for Stonehenge.
Okay.
It's called Giants Dance.
And that's where your husband's making games now.
And that's where he's
Giants
making games out of Giants Dance. But the craziest thing is you're like, hey, why don't you just call it something simpler? But nope. Why do I? You know what, bitches, man. We're never supportive. Anyway.
And that's the perfect note to end this. Thanks again,
Perfect
Jackie. I
note.
appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Ben.
thanks for coming
Wade.
in. No problem.